Hello Minecraft fans and fellow Christians, and welcome to part 4 of my Ice and Fire series. Today I'll be covering Cyclops, Deathworms, and Snow Villagers. Now let's get on to story time. Woe to those who explore the expanses of the world's beaches, for a beast taller than a dragon lurks in the seaside caves. The Cyclops is a monstrous beast with a single eye. Although it is a fearsome monster to nearly all things, Cyclopses make skilled shepherds. Cyclopses can often be found guarding a decent-sized flock of sheep. Most Cyclopses make their homes from dug-out sea caves on shore. Inside these caves lay both remnants of the Cyclops' last meals and significant treasures. Aside from sheep, Cyclopses are very vigilant creatures, able to see potential prey and threats from afar. However, due to them having only one eye, this ability can be severely dampened. By taking an arrow and aiming it right at the beast's eye, they can potentially blind the monster. A blinded Cyclops has greatly reduced perception of its environment. One can then be much closer to the Cyclops without being detected. Another way to avoid the Cyclops' gaze would be to disguise oneself as a sheep. This can be done by crafting the sheep disguise armor. Wearing the full set of armor and sneaking makes one practically invisible to the Cyclops. All these precautions should be taken when dealing with such a strong creature, as one bite from a Cyclops is enough to decapitate. Now on that lovely note, let's go into Deathworms. As if they'll be much better. The Deathworm. No other creature terrifies desert dwellers more than this massive beast. Often found digging through sand in the deserts, a deathworm stalks man and monster alike. All its preferred prey is livestock. Appearing in sand, tan, bleached white, and blood red, even the mere appearance of the deathworm is enough to scare many would-be hunters from slaying the beast. Another fear may have is of the mythical and rare giant deathworm. Very few deathworms grow as large as these do, with some being 4 times the size as normal worms, at over 20 blocks long. Deathworms have 2 major attacks, the first and most common of which is the tongue grab. The worm will shoot towards its retractable tongue to grab the injured prey. The second and rarer attack is for the worm to spout forth nearby blocks into the air. These will push up those who stand on them, and falling blocks may injure the worm's prey. This attack scales with the worm's size. A deathworm on death can drop a variety of items. Most of the time, rotten flesh from the worm's previous half-digested meals can be discovered, but more importantly is the chitin from the worm's exterior. This can be crafted into armor that has extra toughness compared to similar sets. Even more prized than the chitin that the worm creates is the rare drop of an egg. Similar to a chicken egg, a deathworm egg will produce a pathetic-sized worm when tossed. But this worm isn't wild. Rather, it seeks to protect both its owner and its hunting grounds. These tamed worms are not controllable in the general sense, but they will refuse to attack their owner or their livestock. They grow extremely fast and attack most hostile creatures. They do not follow or obey any commands. Rather, they stalk a general 50-block radius around their spawning ground. Legends even speak of rare eggs that spawn giant deathworms. There might be a reason deserts are full of dragon skeletons. As legends tell it, there is even one way to mount wild and tame worms using 2 fishing poles. One can safely guide a worm from above the creature and even order it to attack. Seems like there was some movie or something with folks doing that. But anyway. Okay, next. Snow villagers. Okay, 1 second. Okay. By chance, I managed to come upon an igloo village. Inside were what appeared to be normal villagers, however, in heavy coats and carrying large spears. These villagers had a wide variety of trades and even offered lucrative items such as ice dragon blood. However, their most common trade was the fishing spear. This nifty tool is very effective at capturing many types of fish. Simply aiming and holding it at water seems to conjure fish from the depths. It is very valuable to me as it helps feed my young ice dragon. Rather short section. Okay, so the first creature I'll be showing will be the Cyclops. Now let's get on to it. Now, since I've already got some decent advantages on my side anyway, I won't bother with the sheep disguise or blinding him. I'll just use my armor as it is. Oh, by the way, I did make the stone brick bridge. He tried to bite me. Let's see how much I like water, if at all. So he doesn't like water, huh? Interesting. One thing the book didn't mention is if you hold this in your left hand, well, your offhand, it'll give weakness to your enemies. Now, as to the treasures. There's a bit of gold, but with my resource chickens, that's not usually a big issue. Bone blocks. You can turn those into fertilizer. Cheers. Why am I not surprised? So not too much. At least as far as I'm concerned. So unless you also need a bunch of sheep, I don't see too much in this area. Now the next foe to fight would be deathworms. Now they are an interesting adversary. Now that's just an ancient warfare. Well, from something else from one of my other videos, but anyway. Hey, where'd you come from? Anyway. Now, eventually there would be some deathworms out here. I'll see what I can do in creative mode. Apparently they don't like me very much. They leave that particle trail that you try to spawn some bigger ones. But, you know, ancient warfare again. But apparently they don't like him either. Apparently they're giving out some kind of effect to him. Maybe a weakness. But apparently they don't... If you stay on... Spawned in quite a few, didn't I? be honest, I don't think I typically see that many, normally. As for you, you're just an interloper. Just think what they were doing to me. And what that thing took. How much damage that thing took. Alright, you. Okay, now since that's over with, I can finally hear my thoughts again. So, whatever you do, you may want to, I don't know, stay out of the deserts until you're sure you can kill them, or something along those lines. But anyway, here's a deathworm egg I gave to myself a little while ago. Now, like the book said, they can't be controlled or anything. They just stick around you within a 50 block range or so. Anyway, sorry y'all, I haven't been able to post a video lately. It's just, I've been busy fixing a shed roof for the better parts of a couple weeks now. Oh yes. Gauntlets. This can supposedly pull enemies back to you like the deathworms were doing to me a little while ago. But the thing is, it has to be all the same kind of chitin if you want to craft this all. If you want a tan one, you gotta get tan or white for white and red to red. And so forth. It's almost night. Let me clear up a little bit and I'll get to the snow villagers. Here are the snow villagers and one of their little villages. Now, and they'll spawn in pretty much any ice biome. And please pardon any other mod structures, but anyway. Now, the only reason why there isn't snow in this immediate vicinity, like right over there or something, is because of the arc lamps from Galacticraft I'm using, just to help y'all see. Now, the villagers here are friendly regardless of my game mode. Assuming I can actually get them, but anyway. Now, as you can see, their gifts are a little different based on their occupation. Hello? Shaman? Yeah, anyway. Well, as you can see, they trade in sapphires, which you can sell, well, trade for different things. And, did I level up the trades over? Well, that would have been nice to do, but anyway. Okay, 1 second. And here's the trades of that same shaman fellow. Oh, I wish it wasn't a shaman, but anyway. So here's a few trades that you can get. It'll vary some, but anyway. Now, the fishing spear he sells, it seems like it can't be crafted, hence the only way to get fishing spears if you're interested in them is if you buy them from these villagers. Nice little weather. But anyway. Now these... Oh, those are some of those lilies that you may remember me mentioning in one of the book's pages before. And the fire lilies, you probably saw those earlier in the video in the desert. But anyway. Just thought I'd point them out if they mattered. But anyway. Well, I hope this video was informative to y'all. So, thank you for watching. Goodbye, y'all.